Welcome back, everybody. So we are at Odiham Castle in Hampshire. We are again joined by Corinne from our Ghost Reel, and this one is actually a nighttime investigation. Well, it's just starting to get to dusk, and we're going to do one in the dark for a change, because we do quite a lot in the daytime. So
sounds good, Dave.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
awesome.
a small place. Richard's picking up on something darker, but when we say darker, probably a bit negative.
I'm feeling witchcraft.
Witchcraft, which would
That's
make
what I'm
sense.
feeling.
Fair
But
enough.
I don't know if there's any history of that here or not.
I'd have to have a look. Are you feeling anything?
No.
No. And nor am I. At the moment. At the
I'm
moment,
blind.
anyway. But we're just about to set up, and we're going to start investigating and see what we get. And we're doing some things just slightly different on this one. We've got a lot of trigger objects for this, and so on and so on and so on. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Do it.
In 1204, King John visited the town of Odiham, Hampshire. He must have been impressed of what he saw, for 3 years later he began building a royal castle in a loop of the river Whitewater, just north of the town. The location was probably chosen because it lies halfway between Windsor and Winchester. Odiham Castle is one of 3 royal castles built during King John's reign, making it something of a rarity. The king sieged 20 acres of land from Robert the Parker for his new castle, which took 7 years to complete. The royal accounts provide a fascinating glimpse into the construction, which involves raising earthwork banks topped by a palisade and a king's house. The accounts also show that the castle was protected by a square moat filled with water from the river. Over the course of the 7 years, the king spent in excess of £1,000 on his new castle. During King John's reign, the design of the stone keeps was changing from square to round, but Odiham's keep is octagonal in plan, which is rare for this period. At each corner of the octagon was a thick stone buttress to support the weight of the walls and roof. Despite its obvious military defences, King John used Odiham mainly as a hunting lodge. Just 2 years after it was finished, Odiham had to withstand a siege from the French. A garrison of just 13 men held out for 2 weeks before submitting. Henry III repaired the siege damage, and the details of his royal accounts make for interesting reading. The king spent 77 shillings on lead to mend the tower roof. Historians are able to calculate that the roof weighed a staggering 22 tons and was supported by stone buttress and a central column. In 1236, Henry III gave Odiham to his sister Eleanor of Pembrokeshire. 2 years later, Eleanor married Simon de Montfort, a French nobleman who was later given the title Earl of Leicestershire. Under de Montfort, Odiham would have been one of the most important centres of power in England. Between them, Eleanor and Simon de Montfort transformed Odiham from a military castle into a relatively comfortable fortified residence. Simon later fell out with his brother-in-law and was the primary figure behind the barons' revolt against the crown. He lost his life in the Battle of Evesham in 1265 and Eleanor was exiled. Edward I restored the castle and spent Christmas at Odiham in 1302. His son Edward I gave Odiham to one of his favourites, Robert something along those lines. Robert was evicted in 1322 but attempted to retake the castle by force, forcing the king to repair the castle once again. Edward III inherited Odiham and granted it to his queen Philippa. Under Philippa, the castle reverted to its role of a hunting lodge. When David II of Scotland was captured at the Battle of Neville's Cross in 1346, he was imprisoned at Odiham for 11 years. And I do believe, even though he was imprisoned, he actually enjoyed his stay there. The castle began to decay during the 15th century and the dressed stone facing was robbed for other building projects, leaving the rubble core to see today. By 1605, the castle was little more than a picturesque ruin. And in 1792 the Basingstoke Canal was dug through the castle's outer bailey. The keep is in a ruinous condition, but enough remains to show that it stood 3 stories high with fireplaces on the upper 2 floors, suggesting the presence of a great hall for communal living with a solar or private chamber above. You can see the joist holes ringing the keep interior. These support timber joists radiating out from the central column like spokes on a wheel. You can also see a doorway and a stone cupboard built into the wall. In the centre of the keep is a circular memorial commemorating the 800th anniversary of the Magna Carta, signed by King John in 1215. So there's a little bit of history into Odiham Castle, and now it's time for the investigation.
Alright then everybody, so like Richard said, we are set up. Corinne is just literally just about to play the music, just to try and charge this up. Eyes on the cat balls, everything. I'm just going to talk over that just a second. If there's anybody here, no, keep it going. If there is anybody here and you can hear this music, can you come to the centre? Can you set off one of these for us? We watch you dance. If this music's familiar to you. If this music's familiar to you, can you make that device in the front there? Can you make that go off? Or would you like me to show you? Yeah? I just need you to go close to this. And it'll go off like that.
You don't even have to touch it if you're scared of it. And with the little cat balls, you just do exactly the same thing. You just give them a little touch and they'll light up like you did with that one over there. Does this music make you happy?
Everybody walking clockwise.
Yeah. Can you see what we're doing?
We may not be dancing, but we're trying to move with the music.
fancy to you. Thank you. Do you like what we're doing?
Is this familiar to you?
Yeah, does this look familiar?
Laptop wouldn't be setting that off, would it?
Shouldn't do.
Not at that distance.
No? Okay, just checking.
Not at that distance.
Interestingly as well, my camera is going from green to red on battery right now.
So somebody arrived here? If so, can you make that stop? Can you make that stop? Can you make it stop?
Stop for a second.
If you move away from the device, it will stop. Can you move away, please?
Are you trying to tell us that you liked that? If you liked it, can you move away and we'll play it again?
Slightly skeptical. I'm going to reset it.
Yeah.
Alright.
The fact that it's not stopping
Yeah.
at all.
Agreed. I'm slightly skeptical.
Yeah, that one stayed on.
Yeah. I think we might have to debunk that one.
Yeah, that one's staying on. Yeah, I've just turned it.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
That
Ball.
cat ball going off.
Oh wow, cat ball now.
Cat ball going off now.
Fantastic.
That's great. If that's you, if you can hear us, and that's you that's making the cat ball there go off, can you try and make some of the other ones go off around as well? You've done one. Perhaps you could make another one go off for us.
If you want us to play the music again, can you make one of the other cat balls go off? If you don't, then can you make that other one go off that you just made go off? Oh. I don't think you like the music.
Didn't like the music.
Was okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Why didn't you like the music?
How do we know it didn't like the music?
Also true.
We're just presuming at the moment.
That is also true, yeah.
So are you a spirit that resided here in the past? If you can make one of the balls flash, if the answer is yes. Are you someone who used to visit here? Again, if you can make one of the cat balls flash, just to answer our questions, if you don't mind answering our questions.
I just realised we haven't really introduced ourselves.
No, we haven't.
No. Well, let's go around the circle then. So, if there is any spirits here, my name's Richard, and on my left.
I'm Corinne. Hello.
And I'm Dave.
So we're here tonight, just trying to make contact with you. We're not trying to harm you or frighten you. I hope something there.
I did.
I'm just here to see if you would like to maybe communicate with us tonight. You've already shown us that you can make our little devices here operate, so if you could do that again, if you would like to communicate with us, that would be amazing.
The motion sensor behind you, just be careful of that.
Yeah.
Do you want us to play the music again? I actually really enjoyed it.
Dave likes the medieval music.
I'd like to do it again. Would you like us to do it again?
Yeah,
I think it'd be a good idea.
What would happen if we did play it again? As a person.
Okay, so we got a bit interrupted by some people when we were walking around in a circle while listening to the music, and that was actually kind of embarrassing.
It was
But
funny.
time the cat ball started going off. That was quite funny.
That was hilarious.
Alright, word. Alright, word. Are they still there? If they want to come in, they can come in. Can you make all four of them go off first, please?
Oh. Was that you, Dad?
I'm thinking it might be me.
Hang on, you would be able to get it.
I only need to know how close I am to set that off.
You've got to get quite close to that.
Yeah, that's what I just thought. No, it wasn't you.
If that was you coming to the centre of the circle,
Yeah?
please feel free.
We invite you into dance. That's not dancing.
Oh, cat ball.
Cat ball good.
Same cat ball though.
It is the same cat ball.
Can you make another one go off? You make this one on this side go off?
Yeah, can you make one of the other ones go off, please? Just so we know you're here.
If you could make all four go off at the same time, that'd be amazing.
That would be awesome if you could do that. I mean, are we speaking to royalty here? That would be very cool. If you're royalty, then your grace,
I don't bow.
As I say, if you've heard this music now, could you play some music back to us? Oh, that was
Bird.
bird.
Okay, so we kind of set the scene for you. I don't know if you understand the concept of days back in then. I don't know if there were names for them all the way back then. I really don't. Like, no, like names for the days.
Oh.
I don't know if there was a Monday to Sunday back then, or I don't know how you go for it, but
They would have had Monday, Tuesday, and stuff.
Right.
Because that came from the Romans.
Right, okay, cool. I didn't know that. So I learned something new today. So it's a Saturday. It's Saturday evening. We play some familiar music to you. So how about we provide you with some alcohol
I guess.
to drink with?
Do you have some alcohol here? And it's probably something you would recognize. As this has been around for thousands of years. Probably not in this bottle though. Probably not quite looking like this. But this is mead. If you recognise the mead, can you make the REM pod go off for me? Which is the thing in the centre there. And I'll give you some.
You must want some sort of drink or alcohol.
I also brought some goblets with me to make it easier for you.
Can we all have a drink together?
I'll put this over here for you and I'll get the goblets out. That's obviously me,
Yeah.
and that's also me. Point that out. Will it make you go off actually?
Yeah, it might be a bit close.
I think that might be a bit good, sorry.
Yeah, it was a bit too close.
There you go. There's some mead for you. I'll get some goblets. Obviously that was me making that cowbell go. Have people liked alcohol here?
You coming to get the mead?
I bought it for you. Are you trying to open it? Do you want one of us to open it for you? If you do, can you make one of the candles go up? Or the robot, I was about to say. Oh, and a candle. Thank you.
You step away. Well, as you know, you probably won't. Do you want the goblets?
I've got the goblets here.
Do you want the goblets? Yeah.
Okay.
Wants the goblets? Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'll bring the goblets to you. Here you go. Here we are. Do you want one of us to open it for you? If you do, can you step away and we'll open it?
There are people coming.